Alrighty, guys. Welcome to another edition of CSL After Dark. Quick little set, I believe. One set. Race to 9. Ben Francis, Larry Walper doing some battle. We'll see if we can help out and break the monotony of COVID. We just got the news today in Alberta that we are reverting back to stage 1. Which is not very progressive. I tend to think it might be moving in the wrong direction. Playing a little 8-ball, take what you make. And it's definitely quiet down here, so they can hear absolutely everything I say. There's but 3.
We're used to it now.
Yes, Ben is saying that he's now used to hearing me chattering away in the background.
No, I was already used to
Yep. I guess Ben's already used to that. Hearing me in his ear. Larry's getting there, though. Hope y'all are well. It has certainly been a minute. Nicely done. I second that sentiment, Elaine. Looks like Larry will draw first blood here. Indeed. So quick race to 9 if you are just tuning in, guys. Welcome to Q Sports Live After Dark. Although it's not quite dark yet, but we're getting there. So quick little set here tonight. Ben Francis, Larry Walper doing battle. 50 big dollars on the line. And it is game on. So other than hearing about the news of Alberta reverting back to stage 1, I really hope y'all are doing well. No pool in Toronto. Let's hear it for Economowalk. Hopefully I did it. Hopefully I got it right that time, Dave. Indeed. Thanks for tuning in, Dave. As always, we really do appreciate it. So, as I've mentioned several times before in the CSL After Dark streams, a little bit different than perhaps what you're used to as far as CSL streaming goes, with both Ben and Larry being able to hear everything I say. We are working on that. We've got a plan. We just need to execute that plan so that I need to rearrange my basement a little bit, build a wall, and then we can kind of get back into doing what we do. Yeah, Scott, you're correct. I will still use the thumper jump if it's a full Q jump, but I've reverted back to the IQ jump Q for the little shorties. What's going on, Todd? Finally playing in New Orleans. Or I believe it's Nolens, if you're from that area. but I think most of the U.S. has had enough and has said, "That's it. We're opening the doors." Oh, that's awesome. We will always do our best for those that are locked away, like yourself, Regis. Sorry to hear you're still under curfew there, 8 o'clock. Yikes. Makes it tough. See, Todd, I was right. Steak and ranch, it so belongs together. Larry doesn't believe me. He won't believe me. Guys, Larry won't believe me. Steak and ranch dressing, let me tell you. Ben says he doesn't believe me either. So Todd, listen, Todd always comes on and asks what's for dinner. I told him about the steak and ranch dressing. He went and tried it, and he'll verify. It's the bomb. Steak and ranch, I'm telling you. It's the goods. No, you got to have the right steak. Hey, Kevin, sorry to hear about that, my man. Glad you're tuning in, though. We will inevitably attempt to do a little bit more of the CSL After Dark. It got a little bit crazy in the basement. Had several matches for the CSL IPL League playing here, so trying to schedule any kind of match play got a little bit tricky, but we were able to pull off a few. So now that the Division 1 is done, it's kind of opened up the schedule a little bit. He tried hot Cheetos and milk, and it tastes like Captain Crunch with a spicy kick. I don't know if I will go that far. Dressing, no. The ranch seasoning packet, maybe. I'll say this, Christopher. You hit it on the head. The ranch seasoning packet, way better than the actual, ranch dressing. But either one, I mean, ranch dressing in the bottle, that'll do in a pinch. You just use it like a spread, Brandon. Once your steak is cooked, just kind of dollop a little bit on top, and you're good to go. Very nice, Chris. Everything is better after dark, for sure. We try. And again, it gets a little bit challenging. This is why I keep talking about everything other than pool because, like I said, these guys can hear me. There's no sense me doing any kind of commentary on what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, because they get to hear every word. So don't want to be distracting that way to them. So instead, I'll be distracting them with like steak and ranch and whatever else we want to talk about. Brandon, I'm telling you, the next time we go live, so have that. The steak and ranch, try it within the next week so that the next time that we go live, you can come on and you can agree. You can give me the thumbs up. It is the bomb. It is so good. See, even Elaine.
It's your new team name, Grant.
What's that?
Steak and Ranch.
Steak and Ranch? My new team name. Welcome to it, Mark, tuning in from Concordia. You guys, you just have to have an open mind and just try it. You can. I'm telling you. Ben, you would thank me.
I think people that put HP sauce on their steak.
Yeah, but you're just buying into the hype of, you got to have steak with nothing on it.
Yeah, I grew up.
Right?
I did grow up like that.
Yeah, of course.
Because
But there's better things out there.
you can't ruin it
Yeah, but listen, there's better things out there than just having plain steak, right? There's just better things.
But it's not plain if it's seasoned properly. Barbecue.
2-1, you got her. Sushi and ranch. I don't know sushi. I can't do. I can't. Yeah.
I don't like sushi. That sounds really bad.
Yeah, Brandon. I'm telling you, if you love ranch dressing, especially the packet, the Hidden Valley Ranch in the packet, the bomb, baby. I'm telling you. Todd, I can't. I don't know. A Kit Kat and bean dip. That's one I just can't. I'll try. I'll try some things. I don't know if I would try that. A Kit Kat and bean dip. It doesn't even sound good. A1, yeah, A1. I've known to put a little bit of A1. So I'll pretty much state the obvious on the pool table, just so we do mix in a little bit of pool. A little bit of a cluster here. We'll see what happens. Might have to rearrange the furniture a little bit. And hopefully, if you are new to Q Sports Live, or even if you've hung out and had some time with us, you can check out the Q Sports Live International Pool League. Check out our website there, cslipl.com. We have session 2 starting up May 3rd for all the divisions. We've now added a few divisions to it, so it's got Division 4, Division 3, Division 2, Division 1, semi-pro and pro. Also, juniors 17 and under, 13 and under. Juniors always play for free. So if you do have kids that are looking to get into the game, no better way than to practice playing against the Ghost. So you can check that out, cslipl.com. Also lowered the fees too, quite substantially. Now with both 8-ball and 9-ball. Oh, really nice attempt there from Ben. Tried to make that 6-ball.
Oh, I got the cue ball so good too, eh? Yep. Just had to draw.
Is there T-shirts made for their league? There is, actually. They're not on the stream, so give me a minute here, and I'll pull up some info on what those shirts look like. So just give me 1.5 seconds here. And clickety click. Well, I'll wait till this game's done, but I do have those ready to go. Larry's certainly is wearing a Q Sports Live shirt. Ben is not wearing a Q Sports Live, but he is sporting Jam Up. That a boy. But there are league-specific shirts. If you are a member of the league, you get a little bit of a discount on them. If you do want one of the shirts, and let me tell you, when you see them, they are amazing. I will hand it to Jam Up Apparel and Mindy. Phenomenal design on the league shirts. That a boy, Regis. How's that been going? Many folks, did you get in your last set? Yeah, we got a total of 100 and some odd players for session 1, which I can't really be disappointed in, given the fact that we marketed that for 3 weeks prior to the start, and we were competing with both Christmas and New Year's. So to get that number of players, which isn't a bad start. It's gone extremely well, Elaine. I'm not going to lie, we're probably looking at 5x the growth for session 2. You do not have to be a member to have one of the shirts, Todd. They are listed on Jam Up Apparel. When you go to Jam Up, jamupapparel.com, you click on the header. It'll say Q Sports Live. Click in there, and that's where you'll find them. But amazingly well designed shirts. Super comfortable. And of course, always the quality from Jam Up. Done deal, Regis. I will take you up on that. I don't think there is a discounted one on that, Todd, but I know that that you've been a supporter of Q Sports Live for a long time. So if you do want one, just send me a message. And it looks like we are tie ball game. We are deuce. Okay, guys, check out these shirts. Absolutely amazing design. So they are customized, or I guess semi-customizable. You can put your name on the back and then on the sleeve. If you're in the U.S., you can have a U.S. flag. If you're in Canada, you can have a Canada flag. We were trying to get it where we could change out the cityscape, both front and back, to whatever city you were in. Unfortunately, our manufacturer kiboshed that idea because it has to go through his design templates and so on and so forth. So really amazing job on those shirts. Yeah, they're pretty slick. And I know the pictures really don't do them a lot of justice. Maybe I think on my last CSL After Dark, I was wearing one of those jerseys, but they're really a nice shirt.
As long as it doesn't happen, he'll.
You know it, Regis. You can send me a message too.
It's like kicked over there.
Well, you drew it back though.
Yeah, I drew it straight to here, and then it got kicked over there. That's why I get for not hitting it good. Long story short.
Indeed. Jam Up does have masks too. Excuse me. And they're actually so the masks that Jam Up make are a 2-layer polyester, and they also have a what's it called? Microban? A treatment of microban, guaranteed through 15 washes or so. But they are sublimated, same type of quality that you get on your shirt. That's the quality of masks. Normal retail on those masks were $12.95. They're fire sailing right now for $5. So if you are looking to get any masks, they do have some pool player ones. There's all kind of sports, basketball, baseball, all those type of sports. You can check those out. They're on the website as well. And I think Ben started this run with a kick on the 6. They are very comfortable. I happen to have a few. As far as, comfortability and masks go. Ooh, a little bit overstruck the live rail. Are the banks open at 8:45? The jump bank open.
Bank is always open.
The bank is always open, says Ben.
As you saw the other night.
Yes. So Ben and I played a little bit of one pocket.
Oh, we
Or
did.
no, we played some bank pool, and it was gross. It was really gross.
Pocket there.
If I have to be honest, he whooped me. Does Jamup have a shoe line yet? Not as of yet. I think the next direction that Jamup will be taking, we're looking at expanding it beyond just billiards. So it'll be called Jamup Sports Apparel or Sporting Apparel. Haven't quite decided yet. And expand into, anywhere else that would utilize jerseys and so on and so forth. So darts and bowling and so on and so forth. And at the same time, we do want to expand into corporate wear. So for businesses and doing custom business apparel, that's kind of one of the directions that we're looking at heading into.
Bank after kicking an opener too. Well, rather you did that than you do what I did.
Oh, perfect. I love to hear that, Regis.
Could have saved you torturing.
And for those that don't know why we talk about Jamup a lot on Q Sports Live, I know Damien has wanted me to mention it several times already, but I think I mentioned it once or twice.
Ben's a sponsored player.
That Ben's a sponsored player. Ben is he's kind of a automatic into Jamup. So for those that didn't realize or don't know that I am now a partner and have been a partner in Jamup since I think in November of last year. How many shares can I buy? That depends on how deep your pockets go, I guess, Todd. But certainly looking at making some, some changes and some positive things with Jamup. And whoops, I was just gonna say what Ben just said. He forgot to draw the ball. Wanted to draw into the 6.
Walford did? I don't think you would hit that.
They're pretty deep. There are ladies. Oh, yes, yes, yes. What was that comment on, Laura? What shirt was that? I can't remember. It was one of the posts that we put out maybe 3 weeks ago. I can't remember what shirt it was, though. We could probably do it in purple. Just send me a message, Laura, and I'll see if we can make it happen for you. He is human. Yes, and you'll have to bear with me, Laura, because we have done an astronomical amount of work with Jamup and kind of redoing ads and so on and so forth. So all of those type of things, they just blend one to the next. I've looked at so many of them. But certainly, if you want that, I absolutely remember the post. I even remember the comment. But if you want it in purple, I'll see if I can make that happen. Absolutely, Dalton. Both these guys know how to play the cue. Nice inside. A little either under or over hit.
Yes.
That's gonna be tight. What equipment are they using? Butt, shaft, tip, and such. Larry has a Mickelson custom cue for the butt end. Plays with a Jacoby Black. Ben has, I think, still playing with the Daru butt, or Dale Perry butt. And he also plays with a Jacoby Black. Larry was converted over to the Predator Revo for about 3 weeks. Was it about 3 weeks, Larry? A little over a month. And he said enough of that and went back to the Jacoby Black. Is there enough room for a full size? I'm assuming you mean a 9-foot table. There potentially could be if I really rearrange the basement. At this point, I'll say I'm not willing to do that, but there's potential, I guess. I'm fairly certain I could have room for a 9-foot table down here. Ben is shaking his head yes, but I'd have to get rid of, yeah. The table that you're watching, you could pull this table that you're watching. You could pull that thing almost the full table width back towards the bottom of the screen and still have room. So there's definitely room down here for a 9-foot. But again, I'd have to redo the electrical and hanging lights. We have knockdown ceilings in the basement here, so not as easily accomplished as what I'd like it to be, but potential, I guess, down the road. Ben looking to take a 4-2 lead and does just that. 42. And once again, if you do want that website, I know I'm going to push it a lot on these CSL After Darks because it's only a month, less than a month before we start the next Q Sports Live International Pool League session. Session 2 starts May 3rd. And we've got just about every skill level covered. If you have access to a table or a home table and you live on planet Earth, you qualify. You can play. You can find all that information on cslipl.com. It is open to all players across the globe. We've got in Session 1 players in Great Britain. We've got Belarus, obviously lots in Canada, the United States. We've got the Philippines, Italy, and Italy, they're going to play again Session 2. Great Britain, I'm assuming, will as well. Certainly the Philippines, so on and so forth. So I should give my pool room a name. What name should we give the pool room? CSL After Dark in... Yeah, I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. I'm always looking for projects. Not right now. Right now, my life is so busy. It's crazy. COVID really hasn't slowed me down at all. Yeah, I won't forget you, Gord. I don't think you would let me forget you, my good man. I will certainly let you know as well, Michael, if I need any electrical work done. Since it is the basement, it should be CSL Underground. Funny you mentioned that because that is the name of our chat group with all of the players. Got the shot on Saturday. Well, let us know how you feel. But yes, CSL Underground. That is the name of our chat group. Aptly named by, of course, the one commenting, Miss Stephanie Toy. The Q Sports Arena. Bright light after dark pool room. Lots of suggestions. Look at this Ben Francis fella. Well, with a 5-2 lead, I might have to start in on Ben a little bit.
Should have seen the first set.
Why? What happened the first set? You can't say that and then not explain it.
We played 16 racks, and I think we ran 11 or 12 of them.
Holy Hannah.
It was 11 or 12. One or the other.
Out of 16, so this is their second set, just so everybody knows. This is their second set. Apparently, I don't know if y'all heard Ben there, but first set they played 16 racks, and between the two of them ran either 11 or 12 of them. Crazy. Pocket size, so Stacy, it is a 3.5 by 7 table with ridgeback rails. So I think they are about a 4.5 pocket, but they're pro cut. So they don't accept a ball the same as what a normal Valley does.
Yeah, it worked last time. I figured I'd just do it again. Worked really good
I was
last
trying
time.
to just ball in hand this time.
Snow beef bunker. Is that because that's what we talk about is the snow, because it's always snowing in Calgary, especially in the winter. We talk about beef a lot, and we're down in the basement in the bunker. It's the snow beef bunker. So it is only one set, and this is it. Well, I guess 2 sets, but the first one I wasn't on the mic for, which I'm assuming at this point both Larry and Ben are probably grateful for. See, I can dog myself too. I don't always have to dog the players. I can dog myself too. That is the key. That is a great shot right there. Does he go for it right now? 11, try to move the 13. Indeed he does. A little bit of a stroke test.
13 side.
The Pool Pleasure Palace?
Let's not go with that.
Larry says, yeah, no, let's not go with that. I love it. I might do it, Elaine, just because they don't want it. For a smaller man, Ben sure has a big break. He sure does. The ranch. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm sure on behalf of both Ben and Larry, as well as anybody else that has had the pleasure of playing while I've been commentating. I'm sure they're all looking forward to us getting back to some sense of normalcy. We reverted backwards today in Alberta. We're going back to stage one, but I can tell y'all, I am really, really looking forward to doing what CSL does, going back out on the road, coming to see players and tournaments and travel and do what we're known to do. As fun as what this is, and we've had to kind of make do with what we've had and the cards we've been dealt, but I sure miss going to tournaments and seeing everybody and that camaraderie and everything else. So believe me, I am looking forward to the day that can happen. We were somewhat hoping, we had our fingers and toes crossed that with VNEA happening here in when is VNEA happening? End of May? We were really hoping that we could have made it there, and I know that they would have had us there with everything going on, but the issue is, of course, we're headed back to stage one, and then trying to come back across the border. You've got to isolate in one of the hotels and all kinds of stuff. So I just don't think it's feasible for us to travel down for VNEA Vegas. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited for the day that can happen again. It would be very, 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 very tough to hear that people are heading to my pleasure palace for sure. It is true, Gordon. I mean, as bad as what things are, I got to be honest, especially for my own personal space and my own life. COVID really hasn't affected me that much. I've got CSL going after dark, and we got the pool league and Jam Up Apparel, and my regular job, which is deemed essential. So really, for myself, it really hasn't affected my personal space, but it's the whole getting out and the camaraderie and seeing friends and traveling and catching up with everybody. So that part I miss for sure. Yeah, Ed, and a lot of the states is starting to kind of open up, and I'm certainly happy for our U.S. counterparts on the south side of the border. I'm really happy that things are starting to open up there. I think the more that happens, potentially, and if I may be so bold, the more that the U.S. opens up, I think the more pressure it applies for the politicians here in Calgary to kind of let loose on some of the restrictions and get us opened up again and do what needs to be done in order to make that happen. Because I'll tell you what, if I was stuck in the States, I would certainly have some equipment, and I would be traveling around to all the tournaments, as I'm sure Ben Francis would be as well. If we were both stuck in the States, man, we would be all over the place, streaming tournaments and doing all kinds of things.
To get out. Not football in hand.
That one was tough. Tough to screw that one.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, you guys know by now I'm not going to get overly political on the stream. I stay out of that on I try to stay out of the politics on the stream, but I agree. The freedom is one thing, and I mean, I look at the overall health of the population, and yes, you know, there's vaccines and there's different strains and so on and so forth. But one of the factors I don't think that they're really taking into consideration as heavily as what they should is mental health, right? And that has to be a consideration. And at this point, I think the vast majority are just about over COVID and being restricted and so on and so forth. So whatever the government needs to do in order to lift those restrictions by whatever criteria they set out for us, you know, make it happen. Get back to life as what we once had it. Because I'm looking forward to it. I want to I want to go down to Vegas and play pool. I want to travel and play pool. Did you just say mom spaghetti? Oh, it sounded like you said like an Eminem rhyme or something. Mom spaghetti. On the surface, he looks. Yeah, right? We're going to lose the stream right there because of the copyright.
Just your commentary. That'll be it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they'll mute me.
Hopefully they'll delete the whole fucking stream though, because this is painful. Might get some other action out of this.
Definitely.
They should be lined up. He just scratches on the break every time. It's pretty easy to beat. Ball in the end every round.
See? Christopher knows. His palms are sweaty. Monster Getty. It's close. Close, Todd. Oh my goodness, Scott. I'm going to have to tell him. So Scott Doherty says, I think you might have to get Ben a flea collar the next time he breaks, because he's sure scratching a lot. There you go, Scott. I warned you. Wow. Ba-da-da-da. Ting. Oh. I'll get Ben a flea collar just because. That 8-ball can be a little tricky. I don't know if the 9 hampers that from going into that left-hand side pocket, but I don't know whether, I don't know if that goes or not. I guess we'll find out.
Cheesy, it was good.
Ben says, so cheesy it was good. Yeah, bad ting miscue for sure. That's one of the worst sounds in pool. Patink. Yeah. Well, if I was to get it for Ben, it would certainly be a choke collar. It must go past the 9 to the top right hand. Would have to if that's how we played it. Indeed. The silence is deafening.
I'm gonna have something to talk about here because I'm not scratching.
Ben says I'll have something to talk about here. He's not scratching on this one. Not going to make a ball, but not scratching.
If I scratch inside there, I would have puked.
Oh, he did make a ball. What? Tries to use my break.
I invented that break.
That's my break all day. That's my break.
Good chance. Although I made a ball, it's open, right?
Yeah, it's
So technically,
Can you get the Q Sports Live logo on a mask? You can.
yeah.
Those would be customized masks. I guess if we had enough people that wanted them, we could maybe do an order, but we would have to we'd have to get on custom masks there is a minimum order quantity of 20. So if there were 20 people, or 5 people wanting 4, or whatever math works out to, we could certainly make them. We could get it done. Defensive second ball break.
I was so afraid to scratch. I was like, better just hit it bad. Better hit it bad and not scratch than
oh my god.
scratch every time.
Inside.
It was going to scratch until that 15 got in the way. A little bit of work to do here. That's a good shot. 14 goes. 12 goes. Only real trouble is now the 9 ball. Side bet action going on. Todd's looking for the sweat action. Oh, that was a nice shot. If he's in on that 11, that could work out really well. Oh, didn't want the rub on the 6. Didn't want the rub on the 6 there. I can't even tell if he can make it. But he definitely wanted the 6 rub there. What a great out. Really, really nice out. Yeah, he worked. He worked for that one. Can't get out where you should, but then it's looking like jail and you get out.
And I was like, he can shoot here. It's fine. He's just gonna move some balls out of my way.
Ben was thinking he was in there. Make it look easy for sure. That Larry Walper's been playing a little bit. It's good to see. Still haven't spent that money that I got on my racehorse. Still owe him a dinner. Todd still owes you dinner there, Mr. Francis. Yikes.
Even when I'm not breaking, I'm getting screwed yet.
Yikes.
This might not be that bad, actually. Oh, it's still pretty bad, but
Oh, is it 2 go?
I think the 14 is pretty close to wired off the
14 off 9.
too thick, unless it goes off the 15 and the 5. That would be genius, eh?
It's a hard no.
I wish they did left-handed over a ball, too.
The one with twist, is it frozen?
I think it's wired to go off there and off the 5, to be honest, but
Yeah.
I think I can also just shoot high.
Like eating chicken.
Kick it.
You sure don't play with a bamboo stick.
It's tempting.
Can you get a mask with a life-size photo of Ben on it? It should almost fit.
14.
I could put the request in. You think that was a couple of months after you saw you guys in Phoenix? Yeah. Was it a couple? Yeah, I think it was. I think if my memory is correct, Todd, we saw you when we were down in Phoenix at Bull Shooters for the NAPT Tier 2 ladies. That was the introduction of Bethany Sykes.
Summer shootout, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, the summer shootout. Or desert shootout? Desert shootout. Desert shootout, yeah. I'll do a cheap knockoff forgery mask for half the sell price. Nice. Where is this at? This is in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it is in my basement, affectionately known as CSL After Dark. So typically with Q Sports Live, if you are new to Q Sports Live, we traveled around a little bit prior to COVID shutting everything down. We were all over Canada and the United States doing all kinds of events, from amateur right up through to some pro events. And we were live typically every weekend or close to every weekend. And of course, with the pandemic going on, can't really travel around and stream tournaments that aren't happening. So hence the CSL After Dark. And typically we will do commentary and so on and so forth. However, both the players, Ben and Larry, can pretty much hear every word I say. So can't really do running commentary. So we just kind of talk about whatever we can talk about. Larry Walper making a stand. Say, I'm not going that easy. It was fun. And I'll tell you what, that stream is still available on the archives within the Q Sports Live page. There's about 8 to 10,000, maybe more different live streams that you can go back and watch. That would be one of them.
I don't hear ranch anymore.
That's what the name of this place is now, the Ranch.
Ranch is ranch.
Yeah, no, this is in my basement. Do we ever come to New Orleans? I would absolutely love to. It's one of the spots that we, through our travels throughout the States, that we did not visit. But I would 100%, and I know Ben would too, we would love to go down to New Orleans. Do some streaming down there, play some pool. I would be in heaven.
I'm supposed to be frozen between
Oh, it's your low ball.
Yes.
Is there a ladies' league? So for this one's just kind of a money match between Larry and Walper. You may be referring to the Q Sports Live International Pool League or the CSL IPL. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. We have actually talked about it, and I know Elaine is listening. So Elaine, maybe you can give me your feedback. We've kind of thought about putting on a ladies' division within the CSL IPL. So lend me your feedback. Let us know if that's something you guys want, and we'll make it happen. With the CSL IPL, we'd have to find a way to maybe Fargo rate it so it's all just one ladies division, and maybe make it a handicap based on Fargo. I'm not sure how we'll do it, but we'll put our collective brains together and we can figure it out. It's also known as Grant's Pleasure Palace.
We decided it's Grant's Ranch.
Oh, it's Grant's Ranch.
So close to Simon
I got
Valley
you.
Ranch too, so it's
The Sticky Bamboo Pool Room. Wow.
Sticky bamboo.
what does that have to do with anything?
Sure.
I could travel Gord, and you are correct. I could, rightfully so, I could probably get down to the States if I really wanted to, but probably not the most advantageous thing for my family if I was to do that. Buffalo. I'll go to Buffalo too, Dalton. Believe me. So we've been, where all have we been? So obviously Vegas, we've streamed out of Griff's. Beautiful spot, I might add. Been to Chicago. We've been obviously to Texas for the ACS Nationals or state. Where else have we gone? Phoenix. We went to Hard Times, Sacramento, California. I can't remember everywhere that we've been, but all over. We've been a lot of spots in the United States. Yeah, Elaine, it's actually really flexible on time. There is no set time. There is no set day. So within the CSL IPL, all matches, you go live whenever you want. You have the full week. You can go Monday, you can go Tuesday, Wednesday, during the day, evening, whatever works for you. You're also allowed to kind of miss 1 week, so you're always allowed to run 1 week behind. So if you can't play week one in week one, play week 1 and 2 in week 2. And if you can't play week 2 in week 2 and you can only do week 1, then play week 1 and week 2 and play week 2 and 3 and 3, if that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
That's like a who's on first.
Yeah, sorry, didn't catch that.
Yeah, can you repeat? Yeah, it depends on who you ask. They might pack your bags for you, for sure. Isolation does take its toll, for sure. The Ben Francis scratching post pool room. He says, ouch. So how does playing the ghost actually work? Christopher, I'll tell you what. So for myself, and I will be 100% honest with you, and Ben can verify this, that prior to us starting the Q Sports Live International Pool League, I really never thought of playing the ghost. I didn't think it would do much for the game. Even after I registered and paid, my forethought or my thinking was that playing the ghost was just going to be easy. It's 9-ball. It's on a box. It can't be that difficult. And I think it was maybe 2 weeks before we started, and Ben can verify this, that he challenged me to go down and play a race to 15 against the ghost. And I said, sure, I'll call you and I'll let you know what my score was. I did not score what I thought I would. It is amazingly good for your game. So playing the Ghost, you cannot play defensive shots. You cannot play safeties. It is all out 100% push forward, go for it. So in the CSL IPL, you play 9-ball. We're introducing 8-ball, so you do have a choice of 8-ball or 9-ball in session 2. But in session 1, we played 9-ball, so you get 1 point for the 1 through 8. And if you make the 9-ball, it was worth 2 points for the run-out. After the break, you got ball in hand, so on and so forth. But we will be revising a couple of rules and so on and so forth. That'll all be done at the end of the week. If you want information on it, you can see kind of the rules that we had in session 1. Those are all available on the website, www.cslipl.com. But to the original point, the Ghost has done phenomenal things for my game. Question, why you always present the same players every week over and over? Eli, my brother, we don't. It just happens to be when you tune in, Larry and Ben are playing. Well, it is one of the things, Regis, that we are working on. So it is a BCA sanctioned league. And I take that kind of with so take that with a grain of salt with being a BCA sanctioned league. You do get sanctioned through the BCA. It's kind of a unique time with the pandemic going on right now. What they've stated with us is in their event in September, if there is no chance that a player can go out and play live sessions as in a traditional league setting, they will take our Ghost matches as weeks played to qualify for singles. So there is a little bit of a benefit there, probably more in Canada than in the US right now. But, that is very dependent on what happens with COVID and the rules and ability to play and so on and so forth. Once COVID is done and in the rearview mirror, are we going to stop with the CSL IPL? This is not a short-term pastime that we're putting together to help people, kind of get through COVID. This is something that we've started and it's not going to stop. The Ghost League will always be there. When the pandemic is gone, we will be the same as every other league out there. You can play live matches, you can play teams, so on and so forth. So all of that stuff is yet to come. We will make sure that COVID is well in the rear view before we get into it. I actually think, Tyler, that being the aggressor, especially when you play 9-ball, 9-ball is meant to be an aggressively played game. So I actually think it's better for your game. Oh, yeah, it's probably 8-5. Sorry. I got off on my sideline tangent. Yes, Dalton, ball in hand after the break. And again, like I said, there's going to be a few rule changes that if you do take ball in hand, there's no extra points and so on and so forth. So just watch for that. It will be done. Hopefully, by the end of this week, we'll have it all updated. We're arrogant. I don't know if I would quite call us arrogant, but sure. Very nice run. We got a match, ladies and gentlemen. Eli says that we're arrogant players here in Calgary. Coming from a guy that I've never met.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, Dalton. For anybody that does that does want to play the CSL IPL, by all means, check it out on the website cslipl.com, or you can send us a message. Either myself, Ben, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. There's numerous ways that you can get in touch with us. What's going on, Mr. Bryce Powell? How are you, buddy? Start over and double it. Let's go. So Ben on the hill, Larry looking to get on the hill to give us a hill action set.
He's a little ways away, but
Score is 8-6.
Oh, I thought it was 8-7.
no. 6.
My bad. 8-6.
He is still looking to get on the hill, though. It was a true statement.
Not wrong.
Eventually, he would like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea. It could very well be that. The Grant Toy Box Pool Room. That's always an option. Larry's going to close escrow. I like it. Not super better because, well, I'm not sure where you're from, Eli. So, yeah, I mean, we're in the same boat, right? Every pool room is closed down here. We actually just got news in Alberta that we're reverting back to the first stage of COVID, shutdown, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. Oh, Eli's in Alberta as well. Well, yeah, then we're kind of all in the same boat in Alberta. How's the situation with the fire? Everybody safe? Yep. It was, I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit tense with that fire raging across the street from us. But thank heavens the wind was blowing in the right direction. Kind of swept it all down the hill.
Unless they could have the two there, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so. Where else?
Before I broke my wrist in December, I'd played about 30 tables in 3 years. With no practice, I would like to stand against either of these guys. Come on down, John. They will take you.
Told you we're gonna get some action out of this. They're already lining up. I'll take these guys. I haven't played in 30 years, but I'll take these guys on.
Their action is always open for you, John. What's going on, Tommy? Thanks for tuning in. It is true, but I think that's more my day job that gets me out of the house, Regis. We're somewhat deemed essential for those that live in Calgary. We already all know that Calgary was hit by a pretty massive hailstorm last year. Pretty much wiped out all of northeast Calgary, and then a week later it was southeast Calgary that got hit again. So with me being in exteriors, they deem that as essential. So I do get to get out. I do get to see people every day. and luckily, and I'm pretty blessed to have a table in the basement, and in that regard, I can't really complain. What's going on, Pete Robertson? How are you, sir? You tuned in just in time to have us tune out. It was a single match. Ben Francis comes out the winner. He takes home the cash.
You already have it. You just win his and give it to me.
So only one set tonight, guys. We will do it again. Obviously, we're going to try to schedule a little bit more of this, as the schedule for the basement has certainly relaxed a little bit now that session 1 for the players in Division 1 is done. The Division 2 players were going into week 14 out of 15, so it's coming down, and then we start up again May 3rd. So. Yeah, hope you're doing well, Pete. I know you're in Adelaide, Australia, tuning in, so we always appreciate it, Pete. Hopefully, things have started to dissipate with COVID over in Australia, and hope y'all are doing well. And yeah, we'll certainly catch you guys here again throughout the week. We may have something for either Friday or Saturday. We'll see what happens, but chances are we'll come out and be live for you either Friday or Saturday. What I'm curious to know, there's still 100 of you on. What I'm curious to know, would it help if we were to kind of announce the days that we do have matches and so on and so forth? Would that help? Is that something that you guys would want to see? Is for us to say, hey, we got a match coming up. This is when it is. This is the time. So on and so forth. If that's something that you'd like to see us post out so that everybody's aware, we will start doing so. A lot of freedom at the moment. Really good to hear, Pete. Glad to hear it. Okay, that sounds good. I will see if I can make that happen, where we start posting out what matches we've got coming up and what nights and so on and so forth. Roger tomorrow? Here? Oh, there you go. For those that are still online, I guess you're playing? Okay. So Ben Francis. He might play me too. So Ben and Roger live tomorrow night. Here in the basement. He said he might play me some as well. So, yeah. Tough to schedule at the same time, same regular time. Life gets in the way, and then we've got Pool League that goes on here as well. So, we will definitely start posting out what matches when. But tomorrow night, we will be back live, back with you. So with that all being said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We certainly appreciate it. On behalf of myself, Ben Francis, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thanks for tuning in. We will catch you on the flip side. Have a great night, y'all.